But anyways, family, now let's dive into our feature story of the day and discuss a physicist explaining how his power law model got to $10 million Bitcoin by this particular date. We're going to be breaking this down live and in the flesh. 6,300% gains. Send it. Now, I'm also going to tell you why this is bearish, in my opinion. Stay tuned. Former physics professor Giovanni it almost sounds like Satoshi Santostasi has shed new light on his power law model for predicting the price of BTC, which arrived at a prediction of a humble 10 million per individual Bitcoin by the year 2045. Why is that conservative? Here's why. Because Fidelity, one of the largest asset managers, they control $4.5 trillion in assets under management. Their head of macro, Jurian Timmer, has already predicted $1 billion Bitcoin price by the year 2038. So 10 million by 2045, bearish. Just saying. A power law is a mathematical relationship where one value is proportional to the fixed power of another value. So I've never even heard of the power law model. So this is very interesting for me to learn about and share with you guys. What are your thoughts? The power law has been observed throughout a wide range of naturally occurring phenomena, from a frequency of earthquakes to the dynamics of stock market changes. Now, this analyst first shared the power law model in the Reddit Bitcoin subreddit in 2018. Wow, that's quite a while ago. However, it witnessed a resurgence in January after finance YouTuber Andre Jack mentioned it in his video to his 2.3 million subs. Now, the analyst said the model predicted the Bitcoin could peak and reach 210,000 in January of 2026 and then fall as low as 60,000 afterward. And in a March 2nd discussion with the mathematician and Bitcoin investor Fred Krueger, he said the power law model displays a more easily understood and predictable model of the Bitcoin price action over the longer periods. Quoting the analyst Fred Krueger from Elm Street. First cut from my 90-minute deep dive with Giovanni. This is the chart that you can't unsee. Non-intuitive aspects of the power law in the next 15 years of Bitcoin. We expect the price to go up not by 2, but by 64. Can you say 64x? Send it, family. Now, in contrast, the majority of the short-term Bitcoin price charts used in the mainstream media tend to show a messy and inaccurate view of the Bitcoin price action. Quoting them here, the linear chart that they usually show in TV, what Jim Cramer is talking about, looks messy. Inverse that, Cramer. He's a joke, family. Anyways, but when do you use the log or the y-axis, you start to see some regularity there. It doesn't look that messy. It looks like a very nice pattern. Now, he also said that unlike the now widely criticized stock-to-flow model, the power law is logarithmic instead of exponential. This means Bitcoin's price doesn't have to increase constantly over time, and significantly fluctuations in price witnessed most recently between 2020 and 2023 and can still be accounted for under the model. And in a follow-up post on X March 3rd, Krueger outlined further mathematical modeling and the power law when applied to BTC, which predicted that Bitcoin would reach a price target of $100,000 within the next 2 years. Again, this is pretty conservative and bearish. In JV's humble opinion, I think we could hit 100,000 here within the next couple of months. What are your thoughts, family? But quoting him here from X, hyper-Bitcoinization timeline and the meaning of 5.8. I've done a lot of thinking over the past 24 hours on the meaning of power laws and the implication for the future Bitcoin price actions. And if you scroll all the way down this model, it shows just by the year 2045, surpassing that 10 million milestone. Krueger added that if Bitcoin adheres to the power law model, its market cap will overtake that of gold by the year 2033, at which point Bitcoin would be worth $1 million per coin. JV is more bullish than that. I believe by the year 2029, we're likely to have a $1 million Bitcoin price action and overtake gold also before that. Now, he also mentioned what Krueger's belief in the power law model, saying critics say that any mathematical model can be prone to substantial errors and does not account for random events that have or could have a serious impact on the Bitcoin price action. So what are your thoughts on this very bearish Bitcoin price prediction of $10 million per coin by the year 2045, family? Here's some more of my thoughts. Clearly, JV is always bullish. I mean, I take pride in saying that Crypto News Alerts is the most bullish YouTube channel there is. We have been bullish every single day throughout the bear market. Regardless, check the receipts. There's now probably over 2,000 videos here on this channel. So yeah, JV feels we're gonna, now that we tap price discovery mode here ahead of time before the halving, $100,000 is in play. 100,000 this year, in my opinion, is inevitable. My bullish scenario would be along the lines of what Jennifer's been predicting every day. We could hit 100,000 leading into the halving in the next 45 days. Anything is possible. Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. Here's one thing I know for certain. The purchasing power of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase. The purchasing power of the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to decrease because they're going to continue printing more and more money. What does that tell us? Bitcoin is going to continue eating everything like the apex predator it is, and all fiat currencies will collectively go to 99.9% and eventually go to zero against Bitcoin, right? Meaning Bitcoin's going to eat it out 99.9% till it's virtually worthless, right? And right now, Bitcoin has overtaken over 30 fiat Ponzi monopoly currencies just recently, which I've covered, which Balaji, the former chief technology officer of Coinbase, pointed out. So Bitcoin hit a new all-time high versus the euro, the Australian dollar. I think it touched like 105,000 against the Chinese yuan. I don't know Japanese yen. I meant the Chinese yuan. So yeah, Bitcoin's going to continue to do its thing. I feel Cathie Wood's target of 1 million, in which she has reiterated could be 1.5 or even as high as 2.3 million by 2030. I think we most likely hit that in 2029 if the 4-year cyclical cycles remain intact, because we've had 3 halvings thus far. And congratulations, whoever just subbed, iJan. I appreciate the support. So yeah, we've had 3 halvings thus far. The first halving was 2012. We hit a parabolic cycle peak in 2013. Then, like deja vu, 2016 halving, 2017, we hit the cycle peak of 20,000. And then in 2020, we had the third halving, in which we hit the cycle peak the following year on November 10th of 2021 of 69,000. And so if history is to rhyme, I think we can hit in 2029 a million, potentially multi-million, depending upon the strength of the dollar. Will the dollar still exist in the next 5 years? What are your thoughts, family? And where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to go next? Holla at your boy. Bitcoin keeps a dumping. Well, that means you should be jumping on it and seizing the moment, especially for those with dry powder on the sidelines. $2,000 correction. Take advantage of it. We know where Bitcoin's trending. We know where it's going. In fact, an hour ago, we were at an all-time high, right? In the 15-year cycle or 15-year collective history of Bitcoin, we just tapped an all-time high. Expect extreme volatility. I preach it every day. I say leading into the halving, expect extreme volatility to the upside, to the downside. And I get the same question every day. JV, will we have any correction? Yes, extreme volatility. It's expected. It's called life force. Volatility equals life force. The force is strong up in this piece, if you know what I mean. Think about it.